Oh my gosh, could you be cuter? Stop it. It's your Dutch bros. Settle in with your dog. You're gonna learn lighting today, okay? Yeah. I keep making her crack up. Sorry. So Emily and I and Bailey are here at the studio. I've got this 24-70 Sony G Master, version 2. Been like a year since we've updated Emmy's photos. So she's gonna model for me today. And this is what we wanna do. Let me put this down. Bailey there does not like flashes. So what we're gonna do is use my video light, and I'll show you that, with my huge new modifier. And that's it, we're gonna do one light photos. What we're gonna do is do low key. And so we've got this backdrop that I've had for about 1,000,000 years. Really cool. So that'll be kind of waist up photos. And then of course I have all of my Savage papers over there. So we might pick out a black and just kind of compare the more painted canvas one to the paper one. We're gonna see. Yeah? Emmy's over there giving thumbs up.
I get so many questions about lighting and posing and working with people, as well as my pet photography, that I actually filmed this segment in my old studio last summer with Emmy. I had posted a video partially of this session photographing Bailey, so be sure to look that up. But this is a full tutorial on lighting and posing and really working with a human model, and you'll see my little dog roaming around. So feel free to use this as a resource and a reference, and let me know what you think.
So I got this huge round softbox here on my video light. The Godox UL150 is a video light, so I can just dial in how bright I want it to be and the temperature. So then no strobe and recycle and that beeping and buzzing that Bailey hates. And then we have this really cool kind of painted canvas backdrop I've had for 15 or 20 years. That's honestly just been sitting here. So I'm excited to try this today. A couple of great things about using this video light. I feel like the camera's crooked, but that's okay. The video light is you don't need a trigger on the top, so you don't have to have that piece communicating. It's just always on at the brightest you want, and you can really see exactly where the light's gonna go. The downside is that light is always in your subject eyes, so you need to give them a break sometimes. So keep that in mind. I know a lot of people want to get continuous lights, and that is one of the downfalls, is that you're really going to be taxing your model's eyes, whether people or puppers, or cats, I suppose. But I love that all the different possibilities we have with this one big softbox. So I've just got it set up kind of at a 45, probably a little bit more. Yeah, so sometimes what we say is 45 and 45. So you want it 45 degrees up above your model and then 45 degrees from the camera. But this one I want to feather just a little bit off the front of her. So I don't want this blasting straight on her face. I want it to be just on the edge of the light. You can see how that changes. So hopefully you can see that from this camera angle, and we'll try to show you in the pictures too. What we're gonna do is, well, Bailey looks real comfy right there. So we're just gonna kind of let her be, and we're gonna get some pictures of Emmy. I am still using the Sony 70-200, sorry, that's my favorite lens. This is the 24-70 2.8. version 2 that I'm renting. This is the brand new one. And I think it's gonna be a great test of this lens, focusing and functioning. So let me just change it back to human eye AF instead of dog or bird. And I just programmed that into the down button on my camera. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a piece of tape to mark. So you could just go to your mark, as they say.
It's special, I have a mark.
Yeah. Sometimes if I have not black tape, I draw a smiley face on it.
If you get like a bright silver.
Oh, I could bring a silver pen in. Yeah, okay. Oh, snap, you're taller than me. I have a ladder. It's okay, I could do this. So what I wanna see is, I think I'm gonna back this off of you just a little. So I've got her 3 or 4 feet from the backdrop, and the light is another 3 feet in front of her. This is not a huge studio. And if I do this, you can kind of see what I want to do. So look at Emmy. There's straight onto her, right? Wow. But if I feather it off of her, I don't get as much on the backdrop, which is kind of what I want to avoid, is too much light on the backdrop. I could put a light back there, but that's not what I'm going for here. And she's got a light top and everything, so she'll be separated. So this is exciting. And I want to turn off the overhead, actually. I don't want any of that spill onto him. How you doing, babe? Yeah, she's sitting. She's so good. Are you such a good girl? Now all I need to be is like one step higher, but let's see my settings here. You're such a pro. How'd you learn this?
Experience.
Experience, that's right, darling. Okay, and we're done. No. Oh my gosh. So what I'm finding is that this lens is like the perfect length for this. Otherwise I have to sit in my kitchen. Or it has to be really wide angle and I have to crop out so much of the background. But also with this video light and just a little bit of light from the window over here, we could still be at a decent exposure. And so since this is not like a fast moving dog, I've got her at 1/100th of a second shutter speed, f3.5, ISO 320. So those are awesome, high quality settings. And then the light on her was really awesome too. So what I want to do,
We're adding a reflector to the opposite side of the main light for a fill.
the thing with reflectors is you need them fairly close to your subject. So if you only have one light, it could be one like this or a little speed light and a reflector, that's pretty much all you need. And the other great thing about having an experienced model like Emmy is that they move between every pose. So every time they know I'm taking a picture, which there's not even a click, I don't know how you know. And so there's constantly moving where you get this great variety for their portfolio. That's right, that's right.
I'm just too good.
She's just so good.
So bad.
Look out, Hollywood. Oh, I hope this is big enough. Putting this opposite my key light, so this will be my fill. So yeah, back up just a little bit. I want your toes on there. There we go.
Got it.
So if I'm looking at you like that, yeah, I think that's making a difference right there. If you look on the one, her opposite of the light side, and I can secure that a little bit with some clamps, but it's kind of staying where I need it to. All right, so Emmy, let's see. Yeah. So I'm going to just look at our last picture. Yep, and we'll see. I think it really is filling in. Very good. Nice. Yeah. Perfect. Nice. Yeah, I can definitely see it's adding just that little bit so that side's not in shadow, but yeah, I still see the shine in your eyes. Ah, yes. All right, so what I've done is I've moved this light closer to camera just to show you what it would look like with more of the light straight on her. I'm gonna be kind of in the way of the camera, but you'll live with it, right? Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, so this is a lot different light. This is more of a flat looking light. So those were more straight on, I would say flatter light. You can't even see me, I'm totally in the shadows. It's all about Emmy today, it's fine. She's posing without me. Here, I'll get in some light too, is that okay? Can I join you? Okay. It's fine.
We're good.
It's okay.
It works.
It's fine. But since this is a pet photography channel, I think we should also maybe include the dog.
Yeah, that would be intuitive.
The other problem with Bay is she really hates being held. But with treat motivation, she might do okay. This light's kind of perfect because it's just above her at that higher angle that we like. But I'm gonna feather it off her a little bit. Can you see her face, how it's more in shadow now? And that's full light. And by the way, I've got this at 50% power, the light, the UL150. So I do want to feather it off her. I want her just on the edge of that light. And I think the dog's doing okay. What I want to do too is give you a little bit of something to put your feet up on.
Okay.
We're gonna use this now.
I think academia vibes too. Oh, you're probably not gonna see
it's not in there. Yeah. So skirt like this. Bay. Good girl, looking good. Let's see if we can have her sit up on your lap instead of laying down.
Can you sit?
Good girl. There we go, good job. Hey, hi, hello. Oh, you're so cute. And Bailey's so cute. Perfect, okay, she can get down.
All right.
So that light is, oh gosh, you can't see me. Okay, I'm gonna stand by Emmy again. Woo! So you could see how the light was a subtle difference. We only moved this light, we only pivoted maybe 20, 30 degrees. But to go from straight on and get because then it's like light, dog, Emmy. So you can tell that the shadow from the dog is going to fall on Emmy. So when we feather it off, it's a little less obvious. Then we have this bounce over here too. So I think that looked super. Okay, so what we've done is lowered the backdrop all the way to the floor and brought my cool brown bench in here, which Bailey is way more comfortable on. We're trying to get her to lay kind of more across Emmy's lap. We'll see. Emmy's got a shorter skirt, so we got to be careful of that. So having the tiny dog on her lap, it'd be better if she was a little bit higher. So that's what we're going to try.
So this part of the tutorial is in the previous video.
Let's do some more of Emmy. Oh yeah, we gotta get coffee.
Always stop for coffee breaks.
She said always stop for coffee breaks.
Helps with morale.
Morale, yes. This is part of how you pay your models, everybody. Coffee, coffee, coffee. And if you're this far west in the country, Dutch Bros.
Dutch Bros.
Oh my gosh, could you be cuter? Stop it. That's your usual spot in here, huh, sweetie? We'll get some of her just like that too. But for now, let's do you. Yay! Now let's see. Yeah. So I've got this zoomed in to about 65 millimeters. And I feel like I'm right in front of the light. But I'm just doing waist up for these images. So this would probably be better with my 70 to 200, but I'm gonna keep to this lens. Oh, I like that when you're kind of looking down your arm. Yes, that's perfect. I can really see your eye makeup. Yeah. I know, you're so good. So this one, we're gonna look down your arm with no smile. Oh, let's move your hair so we can actually see your pretty eyes. There we go.
I'm used to it just hanging in my face.
I know.
Waste an email, okay?
Oh. Chin towards your elbow, or what is that? A shoulder. What is that? Okay, sorry. I'm terrible. And look all the way to the ground. There we go. And just your eyes look back up at me. Oh, wow, yeah. All right, so this next one, that's awesome. I just want you to pull your shoulder around towards me just a little bit more. There we go. Chin down, eyes up. Wow, that is called smoldering, everybody. Okay, but what I wanna do is feather this light off even more because I am getting a hot spot on her forehead. So let's see pulling that off. And also here's a person posing tip. When they look down, they look back up, their eyes are bigger. So you really get to see the color of their eyes and the eye makeup and everything. So hot tip, okay.
Same pose?
Yeah, I think let's do that same pose. I'll get a little bit higher. Yeah, so this one I want you to lean forward at the waist just a little bit and then really pull your shoulder around and really chin over there. There we go. Now you can smile. Cute, oh my gosh. I like your partial smile too. Yeah, nice. Very good, okay, good job. These are great. Did you want to look at some of them?
I mean, sure, why not?
Sure, why not? Okay, look out, babe. Now she's on your lap. We just need your sister here. So the green spot's just where it was focusing. Yeah. See how Emmy's pretty much got everything crossed. So a lot of people like to pose from the feet up. So if she just had her feet straight on the ground, go ahead and do that. That changes the whole shape of her body, even though we're only gonna photograph from the waist up. So let's cross your ankles again. There. And now if I had her cross her at her knees, that's even different. So that changes the shape again. Yeah, so be thinking of that if you're posing people with pets. You want to kind of pose from the feet up. And then from there, I kind of figure out where I want her waist and how far pivoted towards me or away from me, and her shoulders and her head and her chin, and kind of do the Sue Bryce thing where you move their chin around with your hand and they get it. But of course, Emmy's a pro. So I've kept this light really low again, and again, I'm feathering it off. I want that darker backdrop is what I'm going for. And chin even more towards me. There we go. And chin down some. There we go. Nice. Nice. Yeah. All right, let me do, I think I am gonna do kind of waist up. Let's try it. Straight towards me, there we go, nice. So what we haven't done much is like what to do with your hands. So if you wanna just play with it, or I can give you a little direction. So sometimes it's like, yeah, so everything you do with your hands, you just want it to be nice and light. So if I do this, you don't want to, yeah. So you're not actually setting your face on things, but yes. And then we also want to keep sideways to the camera as much as possible, yes. Because every time you put something towards the camera, that's the biggest piece of the picture, right? So we want to turn her hand. This is turning into a people posing. So let's try that again. Which hand do you have? Yes, there we go. And I'm gonna pop it down again. Yeah. Oh, I can see your finger jewelry too. Nice. Oh, those are rings. Yeah. It's a new thing.
Like finger jewelry. That's sorry.
Oh gosh, okay, wow. It seemed legit, didn't it? Okay.
Technically speaking, finger jewelry.
It is, okay. I keep making her crack up. Sorry.
We're good.
Oh, and I can really see your jewelry too. Okay. We can do this, trust me. Okay. Yeah, I like that a lot too. Nice. Yeah. And then look towards me when you do some of them. There we go. Oh, I like that a lot. You're gonna love those. Nice. And your arm kind of frames your face when you do that, so that's really pretty. Yeah. And you seem to just naturally be able to know where to put everything. That's so great. My job is good. I'm gonna try turning her away from the main light. So we're gonna turn you 90 this way and your knees are gonna be on that side. So then when you look over your shoulder, you'll be looking towards the main light.
It's okay if she lies down, or?
Yeah, she's gonna snuggle, I guess. Does it make it too warm? Are you too warm with her there? Okay. Now I think this light might be a little too bright. Let's drop your shoulder just a little bit towards me. There we go, just like that. It's different with the dog on your lap, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, bae, honey. Yeah, that's really, really pretty too. I love that. Yeah, love it. And straight towards me, eyes. There you go. Nice. I love it so much. So she's done the whole outfit. We have to show the whole outfit, right? So all we've done is we've changed out to the black Savage paper and we've swept it all the way onto the floor. We've secured it with some gaff tape and the clamps at the top. And we've raised the light almost to the ceiling. Now this is a huge light, but it's still only half of Emmy's height, you know? So in big, huge commercial shoots, you'll often see even bigger ones, but this is fine. It's heavy, so I've moved all the controllers down here. And then I've raised the reflector up too. Now, if I had a bigger reflector, that would help too. So you can tell that mostly the upper part of her body is gonna be lit again. I'll probably tilt this down just a little to get a little bit more on the lower half, but the lower half of her body is really gonna kind of fade away into shadow a little bit, and we'll have to post-process some of that back up. Too short now. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, so this actually is probably, yeah, it's all the way to where it can be. So this modifier is called a Godox Raja 105, and it's not very deep. So it's a shallower one, which I really like, but you can only tilt it down so much, and the softbox hits the stand. And we're all the way at the ceiling. Let's see if I can show you that. We're all the way at the ceiling, and it can only go down so far right there. So that's probably the one disadvantage, I would say, to this light if you're shooting with a lot of people in it. It's fine for pet photography though. So right now we've got the light, not quite 45, but there it is pointing pretty much straight at her. And then if we feather, oh gosh, just it looks so much different. I don't know if you can tell it from that camera angle, but I certainly can. So she's basically on the edge of this light, just as if you were at the edge of a window, something like that. So I want to start with that. And I think, yeah, she's lit pretty well. We do have ambient still coming from the large windows here in the studio. So there's that. Now, I'm probably gonna need this ladder again, just so I can be just a teeny bit above her eyesight. Her eye line used to be that for women's photography, they wanted you way up above them, and I don't really care for that. I just wanna be just a smidge taller than her eye line. I don't want to be shorter than it. And also, we only put the backdrop up so far. So there's that. Now this is where the 24 mil end of this lens is going to come in real handy. We're at 78% on the Godox UL150. I've got an f4 1/100th of a second ISO 500, which is acceptable on the A1. So this backdrop is only 4 feet wide, I believe. So I will have to fill in the edges or just crop to a nice long vertical. We'll see what we want to do to get full body. If I had a wider black, then I wouldn't have to do any of that. But so far at 35 mil, that's pretty much perfect right there. Yeah, looking good. And again, I'm about 6 feet from her. Nice. She's doing awesome with the posing. Perfect. Okay, so far she's been straight on to me. Her body's been straight to me. Now let's tilt your body one way or the other.
Do you want to go this way?
Yeah, let's start towards the main light. This is the main. Yeah, okay. Which is perfect. I want your front toe pointing towards me and your back one's fine. And you can bend your knees a smidge if you want. And that really comes into which hip is dominant for you. Is that better? Is that comfy? Yeah, okay. Nice. Aw, cute. Oh, that's so cute. I love it. Now this front hand, pull it just a little bit and bend your, yeah. So I'm just trying to think, there's a couple ways we could bend your elbow. It could be right in close to your body, or it can come out a little bit to leave a little space there. I like it close into your body. Let's do that. There we go. Nice. Loving it. Pull that elbow in again. Yeah, and let's see, pull that hand back a little bit on your hip instead and elbow in.
Do you want something like that?
No.
Still keep it like that.
Yeah, but fingers pointing down maybe. Maybe I have your hands too high. Pull down and then pull your elbow in. There we go. I'm just trying to give a little bit of shape there. It's hard to tell from your angle, I know. Camera sees everything so different, you know? Yeah. There we go. And so I just want to point your body that way again. So then we'll probably pull your arm down even more and elbow in. Does that feel weird? Is that too weird?
Kind of, but it's fine.
Yeah, okay. Let's 90 degrees this way towards the fill, which is just the reflector today. You could have this be another light, but we're doing our one light challenge right now. Yes, thank you. So you're actually gonna tilt your upper part of body towards me a little bit more. Yeah, and you're gonna step that way a little because you're coming off the backdrop. There we go. All right, nice. Oh, you don't have pockets, do you?
No.
Darn skirts. Oh, it's all right. Perfect. Let's put this hand kind of behind your back. Let's see what we think of that. And then when you bring your backhand up towards your neck or your chin or something, yeah. And bring it around to the camera side. There we go. Yeah. And do that again with chin down a little bit more instead. Perfect.
Here we moved everyone to the floor and I got some photos of Bailey with Emmy. You can see how I put the reflector all the way on the floor. I could probably even have put it closer to her. And you'll notice in the next clip, I lower the main light as well.
Oh yeah, looking down how you did. Nice. I love it. Okay. Whew. All right, we're done. I don't feel like I'm on here. You want to join me? You want to join me? Do you love my model, Emmy? Type in the comments. Emmy's the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. So that's it. That was probably a lot more than I meant to show, but we were just on a roll.
Yeah.
Did you have fun?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
I always have fun on these photo shoots.
Yay! So there you go. That's how you can use one light, a big modifier, and a reflector, even with a dark backdrop. Just go into it knowing that's what you want. You want the dark backdrop. And I think it really shows off her features that way. That way it's not about the backdrop.
Yeah, it's not about you.
That's right. It's too bad backdrop.
Yeah.
And we got to use the 24-70, which I'm really starting to love, and I might have to buy it. Oh no. But there you go. If you have questions about using one light, you could type in the comments, but I also say just go try it. Go set it up, have it be in all the different angles from your model, and with the reflector opposite, you're gonna come out with something you like for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You can't have my coffee.
I would make it so much.
Okay, that's it for now. And what do we always say? Do you remember my outro? And as always, I wish you many woofs, purrs, and treats. Treats. Oh, okay.
I didn't spell it right.